Hello, welcome to Ask the King's Relationship Podcast. I am Vincent D. King.
And I am Shirley M. Walker King.
And we are here to talk all things relationships, love, and marriage. We have been married for 30 years, y'all.
30 years and counting.
Long time. Over half of my life.
Over more than half of my life, because what you like 5?
Anyway, we are excited, y'all. She tried to tell my age. Excited to bring you guys our new relationship podcast, Ask the King's Relationship Podcast. For those of you who followed us on Facebook Live, it's the same thing. We're just going to roll it on over to our new podcast. So tell a friend, tell a relative. I want you guys to tune in. We want to bring that energy and answer some questions for you guys. The first question we will answer for you guys is,
Who are the Kings?
First of all, we are a husband and wife team of 30, can I do that? 30 years of marriage. We're authors. We're coaches and relationship experts with training and certifications. She's going to run them down.
Yes, so to interrupt this scheduled program, I'm going to go ahead and give you those credentials for those of you who want to know, so that you know that you're not just listening to anybody. Outside of being married for 30 years, we do have some credentials and training behind us that kind of help support what we know from life experience, but also gives us that book knowledge as well. So here's the lesson, here's how it goes. So we are certified with Family Wellness Instructors Organization by the Family Wellness Association, Family Building Connections. We are certified and trained with the National Association of Mental Illness. He is such a character. We are certified with Franklin Covey, 8 Habits of Highly Successful Marriages. We are certified Life Master Coaches. We are certified in Scrum. We are certified through Texas A&M, Vincent is, through the Mays School of Business. And that was through Entrepreneur Boot Camp for Veterans. And then I attended the same program through Florida State University. Vincent has his bachelor's in business administration from Northwood University. I have my bachelor's of human relations and business through Amberton University. And let me see. Did I mention we've been married for 30 years?
I think she did say that. Yeah. Okay. And those are a few of our credentials. Again, we just want to give you guys a little peek at some of our credentials, not to just say what are they doing, who are they? So that just kind of gives us a little backing. And prior to us stepping out on our own as relationship coaches, we taught family relationship classes and workshops with Anthem Strong Families here in Texas and other nonprofit organizations nationwide.
Yes.
We also co-wrote a book, Soul to Soul. And this is a relationship book where married couples were sharing their stories about their growing together and becoming one with God. And our chapter is in there, and it is
called United We Stand.
Outstanding. And along with that, my wife has a couple other books, Power Moms.
The other book that I wrote, my fave. If I have to say I have a favorite, it's like totally this one. Why? Because I wrote it. Yeah. Shirley Walker King, 30 Days to a Better You, A Guide to Peace, Liberation, and Self-Reflection. And I enjoyed writing this book. And I'll get into this one a little more. Actually, we're going to get into each one of the books a little more further down in some of the other segments.
Outstanding. The next question we'd like to answer for you guys is how, when, and where did we meet? Yeah, we actually met when I was stationed.
First of all, you're going to hear his version of how we met first, and then I'll come in and help out.
This is the real version. We met I was stationed in California, San Diego. Unbeknownst to me, she lived there. I didn't know her, okay? We met in California. Well, technically, we met in Tijuana, Mexico.
I'm waiting, ladies. Yes,
I think I was on some kind of a bird watching thing down there in Tijuana. That's a big thing down there. If you didn't know, Google that.
I guess I'm a bird now.
I think that's what I was doing. But anywho, kind of down there with some friends, some Navy buddies, and bumped into Shirley and some of her buddies, and actually on my way to talk to her, my buddy kind of got to her first, and that kind of began that. He was talking to her, dancing, so on and so forth. Nothing really came of that. We invited them to the beach the next day. California, we stayed on the beach. They came to the beach. We hung out. Everybody was just mingling. Nothing serious. We invited them out that night, that Saturday night. Again, everybody just mingling, having a good time, feeling the vibe. So I told my buddy, this is your last shot, okay? So we went out Sunday. We invited them out Sunday evening. And, since he didn't speak up for himself, I just slid on in. And pretty much from that day on, we dated on and off for 2 years. And we actually were married on the 1st of January, 1992. Yeah.
So far,
that's kind of almost.
So far, so good. So what you identified is that we met in Tijuana while
Correct.
You were stationed in San Diego.
Correct, the Mundo.
While in Tijuana, you was slow on your go because your friend got to me first.
I guess.
Okay, I'm just trying to follow along with me. Then, so we enjoy each other's company as a group, in a group setting. Because in San Diego, you go out pretty much Tuesday through Sunday.
Right.
So we were in a group at the beach. Everybody was enjoying themselves. You talked to her, he talked to me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay. His friend tried to give me his jacket to brand me. I said, no, I'll just be cold, thank you. Okay, yes.
Then I had her friend Melody, Mel, didn't give me no play, y'all. She didn't want to talk. She didn't want to dance. So I basically kind of stood there when my friend was out there dancing with Shirley. So she just was like, yeah, whatever. And you know what? We were in California January 1st. Or when did we go? For our anniversary.
For our 30th anniversary.
And we actually went out there because that's where we first met. So we figured, hey, let's do California. And Melody, she didn't remember nothing. None of this. None of this story. She don't remember.
Well, she remembers. She just remembers bits and pieces. And here's the part of the reason why we didn't remember. So me, Melody, Dana, and I'll come up with the name again. I'm sorry. But so we're there. As we were crossing back over to the border, but coming back to the States, they always tell ladies, try and have, some guys with you just to be on the safe side. So we were like, I don't remember the guy's name who's talking to me. Dana was like, I don't remember nobody's name either. And we were like, Melody, she said, oh, the guy, Vincent. We remember Vincent. So we were like on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, Vincent. So they could hear us and get our attention. We can get their attention. So we got their attention so we could join in the camp ride back to the States, because crossing back over to the States, again, if you're from San Diego, California, surrounding areas, and go to Tijuana a lot, you know what I'm talking about. So that's how the relationship really grew, because Melody remembered your name.
So the moral of this story is what? Who named it? They remember. Yeah, next. Next. Whatever, Mel. From San Diego, we actually were stationed in Chicago, Illinois. Waukegan is where our daughter was born in April of 92. From there, we were there a couple of years. Then we went to, wait a minute. Chicago, the weather. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, y'all. And Chicago is on another level. I'm talking 50 to 60 below wind chill. Never experienced that before.
And so he's saying that because he knows I normally say, and if you ever doubt my sincere love for you, you need to think about where you met me and where we moved to with our first duty station.
But hey, after that, I took her back to Texas, Corpus Christi,
Because this is where I was born.
Yeah, so we were in Corpus Christi for 4 years, I think. And from there, we went to Europe, was stationed in Naples, Italy. Really thoroughly enjoyed that duty station. Could even see myself living over there.
Some of the best couples that we were stationed with over there.
Yeah, food was great. I mean, the best, like they talk about Italy is like the armpit, of Italy, because they just throw their trash everywhere, but their homes are immaculate. But the best food, all the shopping. So I think I probably put on about 20 pounds, 25 pounds.
Oh, yeah, because remember they used to tell the military women, spouses when you went over, either you're going to come back pregnant or 20 pounds overweight. And I said, I'll take that 20 overweight for 200. Thank you, Alex Trebek.
Yeah. From there, we went to the D.C. area, Maryland, Virginia area, for about a couple years, kind of during the 9/11 time frame. I was actually stationed right there when all that happened. Finally to Dallas, Texas, and retired from the U.S. Navy here in Dallas.
Whoop, whoop. Tell me why we settled here in Dallas.
Because I didn't want to go back to the cold weather. That's one reason, unless you have another one.
Well, part of it is, of course, during our travels, I always assumed we would move to Cleveland because that's where he was born and raised, and then he thought that I would want to move back to San Diego, California. Well, we both agreed. I didn't want to go back to Cleveland, neither did he. I did want to go to San Diego, but he didn't, so we thought Texas was a good compromise.
Sounds about right. Then my father-in-law, he was a retired Navy jazz musician, so I always told him I was going to come hang out with him. Yeah. And that's how we ended up in Dallas. The question we're going to answer is, what's our why? My wife loves acronyms, so this is one of them. We want to share what we call, or what she calls, KEEP, K-E-E-P.
I'm getting this. So KEEP acknowledges knowledge. We're very knowledgeable about our relationships and why we want to share things. The first E is experience. With 30 years, I think we have a lot of experience.
Yes, definitely. No doubt.
Enough said. And the next E is expertise.
Expertise.
Which follows off of experience. And with 30 years of experience, not just experience, successful experience. Okay, correct. Some of y'all going to catch that later. So we want to share our experience as well. And the P would be for passion. Because we're passionate about helping couples, because couples helped us. There are some couples out there, Stanley and Tracy Corlew, much respect and love for you.
Yes.
That's a couple that we admire and look up to. They've been married, I'm not even going to try and guess, because if we've been married 30, zang.
And it's, it's funny you said that, because even when we first met and we moved back to, we moved from California to Chicago, and we both played basketball, and she used to always tell me about someone that they call Pops, that always, looked out for her, because she was always the young lady in the gym amongst all the guys, of course. So Pops always looked out for her. And stationed in Corpus Christi, we're at the gym, and bam, Pops. It was just one of those, oh my God, guess who's on today? Guess who's stationed here? Because Pops was also in the military, retired as well. And it's just ironic how God brings people back into your marriage and your relationship at the perfect time. Because while we were stationed in Corpus, Vincent went on not one, not two, but 3 deployments. And that's, again, going to be another episode. But I needed someone there to let me know and reassure me that everything's going to be okay with the separation, that, I have a very respectable husband and man, and not to stress out and worry about him being overseas on this ship, going to ports and lands where women were just wanting to find that American man to marry and give them benefits. But that's a whole nother episode. That's another.
Well, that's not what we're here for today. Today is the introduction. Who are we? How we met, and now we're on our why. I'm going to get back to the why. All right.
You done over there?
Okay, I'm done.
I need to dab forehead, y'all. She got a sweat over here. And with that, what we're doing, what we love to do, the reward is knowing that we're helping people, helping couples to improve their relationships, their family life. So we felt like, we should kind of have this on a bigger scale. And so that's why we wanted to have this podcast, Ask the King's Relationship Podcast. So we're going to have like interactive shows.
Kind of like what you guys saw us doing on Facebook. But again, we've revamped the show and changed the name. So it's Ask the Kings Relationship Podcast. And we want you to subscribe below because this is how you will get the notifications of when the next episode drops, because they will be dropping. Yeah, but we're not forgetting about the Facebook Lives. We will come back and do, like Vincent said, interactive opportunities for you guys to ask us questions. Guests. For us to, yes, we're definitely going to have guests. For us to address hot and trending topics, such as what exactly is an entanglement? Yeah,
well, I'm sure everybody's heard of that. But that's one item.
We'll ask and address questions like, do men and women really have the same views about relationships?
Okay. Give me another one. Is it okay for a woman to court a man?
Should a man always pay for the first date?
Yeah. See, I want to get into it, but we just running
it now. All that's going to come. We'll have various topics, a wide range of topics, guests, speakers. And if you have questions or topics that you want us to cover, put them in the comments down low. Put them in the comments there. We will be responding to you guys. If you want to be anonymous, you can always email us at askthekings@yahoo.com. That's askthekings@yahoo.com if you want to remain anonymous about your question.
Yes. Can I throw one more in there?
Yes.
Is chivalry dead? That's a good one. Yeah. Just being a gentleman.
Opening doors.
Yeah.
Filling up her tank with gas. Taking her car to the car wash. And not questioning what she has in the trunk with all them bags that she got to return.
Okay. See, I shouldn't have brought that up. So we're going to move on. I think that's the one. That's going to be the first show. We're going to get into that one right there. Oh, Lord.
No, sir. So again, we hope you guys have enjoyed this introductory show to Ask the Kings Relationship Podcast. You can reach out to us on social media, Twitter and Instagram, or Ask the Kings Relationship. At Ask the Kings.
Ask the Kings, yes.
Clubhouse is Ask the Kings. I said Twitter, Instagram. Facebook is Ask the Kings.
Yes.
The email is askthekings@yahoo.com.
Yes.
And for your questions, we want you to ask the Kings.
I like how she did that right there.
I like how I did that right there.
So we want you guys, for you to share. We're going to share our marriage, relationships, stories, struggles, ups and downs, and success. So tune in to
Ask the Kings Relationship Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe below. Follow us on Facebook at Ask the Kings. Follow us on Twitter, Ask the Kings. Follow us on Instagram, Ask the Kings. Cash App us at
Ask the Kings.
Ask the Kings.
Bye, y'all. I want to speak on it right now. Okay, hold on. Stop.
Hey. You're on the YouTube channel now, so you might as well subscribe below. Let's do that now. 5, 4, 3, 2, subscribe.
Thank you very much.